What is up, guys? We're back, man, with one of my favorite songs of all time from one of my favorite bands of all time, 21 Pilots, Car Radio. Now, I've heard this song a million times. This is one of my favorite songs of all time in any genre. Let's dive into this. Let's break this down. Let's react to it. As always, if you like reactions like this, if you like content like this, if you like my podcast, my other videos, click that subscribe button. It goes a long way, Put a lot of time into these videos, and I just love it. You don't have to subscribe. But, even just watching the video is cool. So let's just dive into this song, okay? Song still gives me goosebumps. I've heard it a million times. It'll give me goosebumps.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
That line right there, somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. I've seen a lot of people react to this video that maybe don't know the backstory here. But, he's the lead singer here. He suffers from bipolar disorder, and he's not talking about literally someone stealing his car radio. He's talking about essentially the distractions he has in life. And this is my opinion. He's talking about the distractions he has in life. Like, it could even mean like his medication. It could mean when someone steals his car radio, it could mean that he's flipping to a manic state, or he's out of the manic state and now he's just left with everything, the realization of everything. It could be coming out of a manic state and just being left in that silence, and let's just go into this a bit more.
Sometimes quiet is violent.
Sometimes quiet is violent is like the most powerful line in this whole song. If you guys have ever been through shit yourself, you know that if you're going through stuff, distractions are the best way to just forget about it, right? But when you're left and there's nothing else around, there's nothing else to distract you, and you're just left with that quietness, that where you have to just be in your own head, it can be the most violent thing. Because sometimes when you're not doing okay, your own head can be a bad place. And that's essentially what he's saying there.
I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me.
He's talking about in his dream, like, sort of, it could be killing himself or killing his other personality, like his manic state. And I don't know for sure, but this is just my opinion on what he means by this, and this is what I take from it.
I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these...
And sorry, I'm going to stop this a bunch here because there's so much in this song. I could pull the steering wheel. Essentially, obviously just talking about suicide there, that, he's driving. He's driving 100 right now. He could just crank that wheel and it could end. Having that thought where, like, life is so fragile. I just got to pull this steering wheel and everything ends.
Thought so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Oh. And shaving the head here, symbolic of either a fresh start, a mental breakdown. It could mean a lot of things.
Of something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. I find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had...
I'm gonna stop it again there. I gotta go back, I'm gonna re-listen to that.
hide behind. I find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound.
So once again, just saying that, you know, when you start thinking about life and thinking about the world, like, why are we here? What is this? I'm on YouTube right now. What is this? Like, what are we doing? You know? And I think everyone on some level, even if it's just a micro level, has that feeling of, what are we doing in this world? What is all this crazy shit? And I think that line captures that beautifully.
There are things we can do, but from the things that work there are only two, and from the two that we choose to do, peace will win and fear will lose. There's faith and there's sleep. We need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. And I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
And I mean, sonically, the song is so good as well. I just thought about this too. Putting on the mask like that, like the blurry face, like maybe that is essentially his car radio. Is when he's performing, he puts on this mask. That's his distraction. Like, his car radio is performing, is being out in front of these fans, but then when that gets taken away, you take the mask off, he's just left with his own thoughts. Also, how cool would it be to be at this show? Like, how cool? I saw this recently when I watched a video. Where are we going here? I'll pause it right on this. There's a Where's Waldo in here. Right. You can't see my hand, but you see the Waldo there? The Where's Waldo in the crowd? Hilarious. I love when he screams, man. Oh my god, you can feel every word. You can feel everything in that. And now I just sit in silence. Oh my god.
And now I just sit. And now I just sit in silence. And now I just sit in silence. And now I just sit in silence. And now I just sit.
Oh, God. Okay, so the show's over now, right? Like, that could mean essentially what he's saying, his car radio, like the metaphor for it. And now he's just left here with himself, right? And he takes off the mask, and now it's back to his thoughts, back to his head, right?
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
And then just at the end there, just to prove that point, now it's obviously that's like him falling back into the subway there is just a metaphor for suicide and what he goes through. And 21 Pilots, man, I first heard of them probably it was 2014. Maybe I was a bit late to the party, but I remember a girl I was dating, she went to a festival, and they're like, yeah, there was this band, 21 Pilots, and I'd never heard of them, but they had just this crazy fan base that was there, and it was so good. I remember telling me, I'm like, he was 21 Pilots, and then I went onto YouTube, or I forget what it was, like Apple Music, something like that, and started listening to their music. I'm like, these guys are crazy. Crazy. Then like a year later, I think it was like Stressed Out came out, and they just blew up. But, you know, the 21 Pilots probably has the strongest fan base, one of the strongest, most loyal fan bases in all of music. And I mean, they're amazing. So, yeah, guys, that's a wrap on this review. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. Yeah, thanks for popping by if you made it all the way. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys around. Peace.